We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blab. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
It is Finish Strong Friday. Welcome out to Side Scrollers, everybody. Good to see ya. It's going to be a great day. Very excited. Hanging out here on YouTube and Rumble. Most importantly, Side Scrollers Plus. Good to see you guys. Glad you're with us. Like I said, it is a big day. We have a lot to talk about with our vaguely generic title done on purpose. Testing things out, like we said, but you're glad. But hey, you're here, and that's the most important thing. Hello, Blabs. You are not vaguely generic in the most... I'm trying to be complimentary, but yeah, hi, Blabs.
What the hell? You too are not generic. Thank you.
Let's go.
Yes, it's gonna be a great show. Like, honestly, we could have just kept chatting backstage with our guests the entire day. It would have been great.
Let me just say
press
this.
the go live and just let it go.
Listen, there are times where we have guests on our show that I'm like, okay, sometimes you got to pull things out of them. But today will not be one of those days because pre-show, these two fucking nerds going apeshit on each other. I felt like I was Homer Simpson right here. Introducing the greatness of Cecil. How are you, buddy?
Thank you. I will be your pale co-host for the day.
That's right. It's hey, listen, don't be so judgmental on yourself. It's okay. You looking great today, looking sharp. How's everything going for you, man?
Good. I'm very happy to be back.
All right, that's good. Very happy. Way better than just regular happy. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, bonus. Just a little bit. Well, we have like I said, a large show lined up today with a lot going on. And I am very excited to bring this to you guys. We have a sponsor today, which is wonderful. We love sponsors. That's great. First time
It's
in
not Raid Shadow Legends.
No, but coming soon. Let's go. We will have that in a little bit. Yesterday we announced King of the Couch, which is really exciting. Cecil, we'll need to get you down for one of our big events coming up, big video game tournaments and stuff. We got a great weekend of things planned over on Side Scrollers Plus. We got Blabs going to eat some tacos. No cucumbers, though. No cucumbers in the tacos. Right, Blabs?
Listen, Cecil, do you like your cucumbers in your tacos?
Okay.
Not really.
That a boy, Cecil!
All right.
The idea that at any
It's
time...
not like you put a giant ass... See, people just don't understand. It's not a giant ass cucumber just in your taco. It's like a...
Okay, Cecil, here's the thing.
I have the power.
Do you?
Yeah. I can also do that.
Whoa.
Listen.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting.
I tried to bring you back, Craig.
That's okay. All right, well, stop it. There we go. All right. Look, Blab's eating tacos this weekend over on Plus.
Yes.
We have a bunch of great new Plus members coming in, and we have given you guys more reason to become members of Side Scrollers Plus, as once again, coming up in just a few weeks, for the first time ever, we're doing our first premium event called King of the Couch. Saturday, June 14th, the undercard will be, and I do say undercard because this will be a crazy-ass competition. We're bringing in friends. We'll tell you who they are shortly, but the undercard will be free on YouTube, not just on our channel, but all of our friends' channels as well. And then the main card will be on Side Scrollers Plus. King of the Couch happening Saturday, June 14th. Think of it like a UFC pay-per-view or like a WWE pay-per-view or like esports, just fun. So it'll be good. It's kind of like our version of that, built around our friends and stuff. So we're gonna give that a go and see how it goes. So become a member over at Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code KING to get $30 off your annual membership. That is 33% off, friends. So get on over there and take advantage of that. Okay, so we got that. Today we are talking X. I mentioned we have our sponsor. South Park is being censored, of all things, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail today. We have an update. Everybody's been waiting for this one. We got an update on Jesse Smollett. Everyone's really excited for that. I saw this story before we went live about Hollywood, which Cecil, I'll be very intrigued to hear your thoughts on. We may get to plain talk today, but we are 100%. When we have Cecil on, we talked about this last time. We're doing a little bit of a Side Scrollers showcase today. That's our version of show and tell, where Cecil's going to be showing off some of his sweet collectibles. Blabs has collectibles. I have some things I'm going to be showing off as well. So make sure you guys stick around to the end of the show. We also have some stuff on Mario Kart, as some details have come out about it, which, the new Mario Kart World, which is on the way. Cecil, you heard about Mario Kart World at all with the Switch 2?
Just that it's going to be expensive.
It's true.
The most important thing about it.
Nintendo reset the market when they priced it at $80, and now Microsoft is like, hey, guess what? $80 games, and now we have games not deserving of $80 that won't succeed at $80, saying they're going to be $80, like Borderlands 4. Which, Cecil, I don't know if you know this, but the CEO of the company that does Borderlands 4 Gearbox, his name is Randy Pitchford, and he wants you to know that if you're a real fan of Borderlands, when Borderlands 4 comes out, you'll buy it whatever the price is. Just want to let you know that.
Yeah, no.
So there's that. We also, yes, go ahead.
I was going to say, as everybody, a lot of people have said, guess I'm not a real fan then.
That's right. We also have our call-in show exclusively over on Side Scrollers Plus today. It is Friday. And Cecil, I don't know if you know this, but you signed up to be on a call-in show a little bit later on, where we stream exclusively over on Side Scrollers Plus. And we have to take call-ins from our wonderful Plus members.
I talk a lot, so I am happy to listen to people and respond to them.
That's right. It'll be good. It's always a fun adventure on a Friday. With that said, we always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. So, Blabs, I'm going to let you just deliver us the 3 games, then I'll criticize you afterwards.
Oh, well, that's just boring, but fine. Anyway, so today,
wait, so hold on, back up.
What?
So you're saying for the way we did the show for like 2 years was boring?
No, I just really liked the new guessing bit. That was really fun.
All right, well, I already saw the game, so go ahead.
Well, you suck. Anyway, I'm just saying. Where am I? Okay, here we go. All right. May 23rd, everybody. Digimon World was released back in 2000. Super Mario Galaxy 2 was released on the Wii back in 2010. And then the original Overwatch was released back in 2016. Ta-da!
Kind of hard to miss with those games right there. Digimon World.
It was slim pickings.
Slim pickings?
Nightmare Creatures 2?
Yeah. Just saying, like Nightmares Creatures 2, you missed out. Hold on. You say slim pickings. What are you talking about?
There's DreamWorks Madagascar.
Hamtaro Rainbow Rescue?
Nah. Listen, the 3 I picked are the ones that matter. The end.
I mean, Labs. Guilty Gear X2? What are you talking about? That's a great game. But look, I'm saying the games you chose today were actually pretty good.
Oh, so you mean you're not going to criticize me today?
No. I mean,
how about this at least?
I'm going to criticize you for saying that it were slim pickings today.
I mean, that kind of was.
Are you kidding me? You had Mario Galaxy 2.
I mean, no, those were the ones. I'm saying the ones that I picked are the good ones, and the rest I'm like, eh.
Overwatch.
I picked that one.
Right? I know you did.
I did that.
you sure did, Blabs. That's right. And Duck Detective?
That just sounds like the Secret Salami. That was not on there yesterday. Can you click on that? What is that?
No, but you can, Blabs.
I must know what the Secret Salami is. Hang on.
Someone clip that, please.
Let's see. Learn their hidden secrets. Oh, it's a cozy duck game about a down on his luck duck searching for answers in a sinister sausage-based conspiracy.
Ha! Gay!
It does sound a bit gay.
Well, I mean, he is for the Secret Salami. So, there's that. Just saying.
Oh my god, it's adorable though.
Of course
And
it
it's
is.
by Happy Broccoli Games. That's hilarious.
Blabs, will you please, in the future, whenever you're looking at your screen, just share it with everybody?
Well, I'm
please?
clearing to make sure we don't have any dicks, okay? You know?
You think there's going to be dicks on Duck Detective, the Secret Salami Steam page?
Oh, ugly.
Ah, you never know, man.
It is
you never know.
overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
Golly.
That.
Okay, well, there you go. 1 year ago, I'm sure it's seen tremendous success. How many how many user reviews does it have?
98 positive.
Wow.
Overwhelmingly positive 4,396.
So the general rule of thumb is that
Duckling.
Oh, be quiet, you. Ow!
Babs, God
Okay.
damn. The general rule of thumb is that there's like one review for every 10 people that play a game. So that means 40,000 people bought Duck Detective, the Secret Salami.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Secret Salami. I wonder if there's gonna be a sequel and it's like the Secret Sausage. You know?
Were you just really excited that it had salami in the name?
I really do like salami, so.
I mean, you are Italian in the most Italian way possible. That's right.
Mhm.
Hey, Cecil, do you have a, if we were to power rank Italian cold cuts, what's the top tier of the Italian cold cut? Right? You got salami, pepperoni, prosciutto. Blabs, what are you doing, Blabs?
I found out there's another game. That's the sequel game. The original is Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping. That's hilarious.
Well, I think you've got your weekend sorted.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so favorite Italian meat there, Cecil?
Prosciutto, I guess.
Prosciutto?
Yeah, I like prosciutto.
Oh, don't you dare
wrap
say
that
it
around some mozzarella. Oh yeah.
Don't say it the wrong way. You'll get blabsed. You mean prosciutto? She gets all like.
Prosciutto. What is wrong with you? Can't you speak English or Italian or anything?
I have a friend of mine that's like that. He goes, I was having some vinegar. What?
That's right. That's how you sound, Blabs, when you say
prosciutto.
Prosciutto. I don't know why you guys put a Z in it. There's no Z. Prosciutto. Spell it.
Thank you, Blabs. Appreciate that. Your Italian heritage just shining through in glorious ways early on. Hey, also shining through is Elvira 8 and Lupus Malum, who became members over at Side Scrollers Plus. Surely use the promo code KING to get $30 off their annual membership. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. New York Giants fan came in, says, joke of the day. I just built an ATM that only gives out coins. I don't know why no one's thought of it before. It just makes sense. Hey, bada boom.
Dad jokes.
Rest in peace, pennies, by the way. Tough stuff. Hey, thanks, Santiago, for sending over 6 members over on Kick. Appreciate that. That is great. Mercenary says, stop fighting or I'll fire you both. Now, just relax, Mercenary. This is every day on the show. It's just constant kick punching. Just kick punching to the biddies. That's all it is. Yeah. Luigi came in and says, please put on your tinfoil hat. Are Hollywood and video game industries artificially lowering consumer standards by focusing on remakes or movies or games and employing woke agenda, exhausting customers so that they release everything to average quality? People perceive it as success, or are these really, really out of fresh, original, good ideas?
How about both?
Cecil, what do you think?
I called this a while ago, back in 2020 when the pandemic first happened, because I could see this shift where Hollywood had lost so much money by shutting down theaters and going straight to streaming and whatnot that they wanted nothing moving forward but surefire hits. So the end result for that was looking at whatever they had in there. Oh, what do we got in our back catalog? Well, we own this property, this property, this property. All right. Well, now if they take something and remake it, it costs them less on the front end. They don't have to buy the rights again because they already own it. It was already a success once. And in their mind, well, this will be a success again. So they're just redoing things over and over and over again because it is a quick turnaround and they're almost guaranteed to at least make their money back. But the thing is, too many of them have done this and now it all sucks. Like it's all diminishing returns. Each one is getting progressively worse. They're shoving more garbage in there. They're rushing it too fast. Horrible CG, just a wide variety of corners that are being cut, and we're just getting an endless supply of slop.
I think you just summed up the internet and movies over the last 5 years perfectly. Congratulations. You did it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, we're going to get into some of the slop that movies are throwing out in TV and just Hollywood in general here in a little bit. But first, Magnor says, can I continue insulting Craig if I subscribe to Plus? Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, you can ramp up the insults over on Plus. So please, by all means, use promo code KING.
You can go and have a full-on discussion about insults for Craig over on Plus.
I'm sure there's entire threads in there about that are just insults to me, which, hey, nothing I haven't heard before. I promise you that. So Game Hunter says, helped a friend with infinite warfare zombie attack of the radioactive thing. It was such a blast. The Easter eggs make you do math and chemistry. I have no idea what I just said, but thank you for that, Game Hunter. Appreciate that. Mercenary came in with the 10, says, I'm not a fan of Randy Pitchford. That drive at medieval times, Randy left behind is rumored to have cheese pizza on it. Knowing how sleazy he is, I believe. We'll just wait for it, guys. Yeah, Randy Pitchford left apparently a thumb drive of the corn at medieval times of all things. Like, why would you have a thumb drive of pornography on your
with your work shit?
Like, well, just in at medieval times of all things. And why would you take it out of your pocket?
Maybe it fell out of his pocket. But why bring it,
What from him standing up to make sure when the Blue Knight was successful? Was he cheering on the Blue Knight? He got up and it fell out of his pocket.
I guess. Or maybe he had a work briefcase with him. He stopped by after work and he had his shit with him. I don't know. Okay. I'm not justifying it whatsoever, but wild.
Hard to justify. I see the chat saying, what is medieval times? Cecil, do you know what medieval times is?
Yes, come back here so that I might brain thee.
Welcome to medieval times. Medieval times, dinner and tournament. It is quite possibly the most entertaining medieval dinner and tournament mass-produced franchise there is. I guess that's the best way to say it. Medieval times. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Medieval times dinner and tournament. Let's see if I can find a commercial for this because it truly is.
Got it.
Thank you, Blabs. Now, hold on, pause real quick. Just imagine Randy Pitchford in here watching this with a thumb drive of porn in his pocket.
Yeah.
He can't wait to get home and look at porn.
And he's over here just yeah, those horses, let's go. I'm going to rub up on my shield and sword and let's go. Anyway, so yeah, it's a bunch of guys cosplaying as knights.
Yeah, you see the audience, they're all out there. It's like a giant arena.
Yeah.
A stadium.
So there you go. Yeah, it's a stadium that you go and you watch and they give you meat. And they give you infinite drinks, but you have to eat with your hands because there were no utensils in medieval times. You have to use it with hands. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Blabs. Appreciate that. All right.
I keep saying it. I have literally something from medieval times right there. It's a tiny little pewter dragon egg that big. I'll get it. Hang on. Please hold.
Oh, please.
I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, stop down the show for this. This is good.
Hello. This the right ear? No. This is the right ear. Please hold. Okay. I'm back. All right. So look at this. Pure little dragon. I got this at medieval times. Shit camera for that. But it's you cover him up. See? Look at that.
Yeah. Weird.
Why is it weird? I have a little baby dragon. I love dragons. Look at that. It's gorgeous. And it's nicest ones because they don't really make it like they used to. Why? Why are you so mean? Cecil's invested here and Craig's that's so stupid.
I think it's fine.
Cecil's the one.
Beautiful. It's new. It's made out of pewter and everything.
All right.
It's made with care and love. And I got it at the medieval times in the 5th grade.
It's a cool story.
I was expecting more I've always wanted to go to medieval times, but haven't yet. But I kind of assumed that their merch would just kind of be easy, destructible, breakable junk. So that actually looks kind of nice.
Yeah, back then they actually had a whole thing. I remember it was a glass thing of just pewter items, jewelry, trinkets, That's nice. That's really cool in my opinion. Now it's probably just shit. So.
Mhm.
Rolando says medieval times still exist. We had the Holy Land experience in Orlando after a bit that sank like the Titanic. Yeah, you're talking about obviously the tourist stuff in Orlando. But yes, there are medieval times. There's one in Dallas. I know that for sure. I know there's one in Orlando. Listen, people love themselves some medieval dinner and tournament, and it has been a massive success. So Introspector says, hey, Blabs, you ever watched The Sopranos and had Garbagol?
Capicola. I mean, I've had Capicola. I've not seen The Sopranos.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I've never watched The Sopranos. I don't really have a desire because I know how it ends, and I know it's like a huge like conversation. Like, did he die? Did he not?
Hold on. So you're saying, you're saying you don't have any desire to watch the show because you know how it ends, right?
Yeah.
I know how Harry Potter ends. So by that same
you're
logic,
a lost cause, so
by that same logic, I could say the exact same thing, and you shun me for that.
well, I always shun you for every life decision you make, so there's nothing new here.
Sopranos is one of the greatest TV shows in history. And I think that you would love everything about it.
No, it's a bit too violent for my liking.
At times, yes.
Yeah, so
it is violent, but you're dealing with the mob.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with the mob, you know?
Well, you're not actually dealing with them, Blabs. It's
Listen,
fictional.
I don't want to.
Just saying, it'd be a really fun watch along. Maybe just we watch the first few episodes over on Plus together. I think it'd be good.
No, because then I'd have to hear you listen to like do terrible like fake Italian accents and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to hear.
You get that every day on the show.
Exactly. Why would I want to set up for more? You know.
Saying, Gabagola, hey!
I put myself through hours of that, even
Cecil,
more than I already do.
Yeah, how like I mean, what was it, like 10 seasons or something?
Exactly.
But they were like, but it was HBO, so they were like short seasons. I've never seen The Sopranos, but I have a very valid reason why.
You don't like the mafia?
No, I'm part Italian. But my sister at the time was married to a guy who was all Italian, but annoyingly Italian. So when The Sopranos came out, he was like, hey, I'll have you whacked. Yeah, and was insufferable. And it made me hate The Sopranos, even though I had never seen it. So I actively avoided it. And it's not the fault of the show, but it's just every time that I turn it on and I see Tony Soprano, I just see my ex-brother-in-law doing a really bad impersonation of Tony Soprano.
Sorry, I just feel like we need to play this while you guys are talking.
Believe me, I'm married to an Italian woman, so, but even she's not really big on The Sopranos. But she's not like, she doesn't really dig all the mafia stuff.
Yeah, neither do I.
But
are you shamed? Are you shamed by it, Blabs? Is that what it is? You're shamed?
No, I'm just not one for the violence.
Okay, well,
like there's that show on Paramount Plus right now, Bob something with Tom Hardy, and everyone's saying it's the best thing on like television right now. But I just don't like the violence of like the mafia and the mobs and all that, so I just don't want to watch it. Even though that's like the one thing I have is Paramount Plus.
So you condemn the Italian mob, Blabs?
Well, they have done good things in the past, so I can't really condemn them.
Okay. I see what's going on. That's good.
Well, you know, the streets once or twice.
I love Goodfellas.
Respect.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Is this in between them shooting people in the temples and making them sleep with the fishy
has to do with all the mobs that some of them have done actually good things, you know, cleaning up it, keeping the town safe.
Not all mobsters.
About it? No. Not all mobsters are bad. Anyway.
Anything else you want to say about the mob, Blabs?
It will. Don't kill me.
Wow. Okay. Well, why would they kill you? They do such good things, right? Right, Blabs? I'm just saying, Blabs. I don't understand.
You'll never know.
Okay. Bizarre Star says, just got caught up in the season finale of Nerd Duel. I think I'll go make a set. Oh,
poor Max. What have you done?
Oh, no, that was Bowser. He's hanging out behind me.
Oh.
I can't scoot back out of my chair. Oh, Bowser. Sorry, buddy.
Bully. He's a geriatric retired dog, and you just hurt him.
I didn't mean to. Okay,
Shameless man.
I'm not the mob over here. I'm just saying. Anyway, so thanks, Bizarre Star. Appreciate that. The actual season finale, the Tournament of Champions, will take place next Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time, live on YouTube. Looking forward to that. It'll be great. Ian says Medieval Times has an excellent is an excellent newspaper for pre-Renaissance news. All right, thank you for that. Mercenary says, remember the rumors were rampant about the cheese pizza on that drive. Think about what would happen if Randy in jail. That kind of corn he's into. I don't want to hear about it.
Mercedes keeps obsessing about this corn and Randy's USB, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Gooseum says, Craig, consume product, Blabs. That's right. Inian says, Blabs is downplaying it. She's the, what is that, Blabs?
Capo di tutti capi, which I guess is like the boss.
There you go. That's right. And
Just
now
have,
we
like,
know.
head.
Scamdar says, loving the new show, Cecil. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Scamdar. Yeah,
Appreciate
he's getting me to he's reminding me to plug a new show that I started doing.
Oh, by all means.
I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I wanted to review movies, but not do it in like the regular way. So what I'm doing is I have a thing called I Roll It, I Review It. So I have a series of dice rolls that will randomly decide what movie I end up watching. And as you would imagine, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's horrendous, but it always makes things interesting. So
there you go.
Yeah, like I just ended up reviewing, and what I do is I have to come up with like a clever thumbnail and name because I don't want to say what movie I landed on.
Wait, Attack of the Pleasure Bot.
Yes,
what are you doing in your free time?
That was the Megan. I ended up, no, spoiler alert. I ended up doing the Megan Fox movie Subservience, where she basically plays a helper robot that like ninja fucks the husband of the house.
Oh,
and then she kind of goes nuts because he's like, we can't keep doing this, and so she keeps going after him and tries to kill like the family and everything. It was actually like kind of good. I enjoyed it, and it was a mixture of that movie Megan as well as like The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, that movie from way back. And so it's really interesting because it's a way for me to kind of make more content without like really dedicating too much time to it that takes away from like my other videos. So because as you know in YouTube, you really gotta throw it all out there. So, and I want to throw stuff out there, but I don't want to have like shitty quality stuff. So
was this before or after Megan Fox went batshit insane?
This was after.
Okay.
Because this is from last year.
Oh.
So the thing is, and I even mentioned this in the video, she plays a emotionless robot, and it's the best acting she's ever done. And I'm not being like I'm being a little bit sarcastic, but seriously, like she's really good at playing an emotionless robot, which is kind of sad, but on the same token, it's like maybe she found her calling because they, of course, left it that there's going to be a sequel, and I could absolutely see her doing like one or two more of these.
Oh, okay. Going and being an emotionless robot, just screwing the hell out of husbands.
Mm-hmm. It kind of turns into like, if you ever saw Child's Play, it kind of turns into that towards the end where it's like, the robot is trying to kill everybody, whereas Chucky was trying to kill everybody. And so,
well, it sounds like the most backhanded compliment you can possibly give Megan Fox is that she's wonderful at playing an emotionless robot who screws husbands. That sounds like a wonderful compliment. Well, everyone go check it out. Obviously, you can find it over on the wonderful channel, Good Bad Flicks, and Cecil over there. I can't wait to watch this after we're done. Let's go. Attack of the Pleasure Bot.
Thank you.
Phenomenal thumb, by the way. Phenomenal thumbnail with that. That's good. All right. Siphon came in with a 10. Says there's no such thing as the mob, but inbound to give a shout out to all our Italian American independent businessmen and the great work they do. And Montez, thank you very much, Siphon. We are already 6 yellow supers into our goal of 20 for the day. Let's go and knock that out today and have Cecil pick a nice Montez animation. All right, let's get into it, friends. We have a lot to talk about, so we're going to be quick and swift and nimble today, like we always are. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. Hard news. All right, over the last I don't know, day or so, we've seen some issues over on X, everybody's platform that they use to communicate with friends. We've had trouble communicating over in our little group DMs up until really this morning. And we now know why. Cecil, were you seeing issues over on X?
Yeah, I was getting worried because DMs weren't working. And you guys had sent me the link for today, and I'm like, oh, crap. So, but thankfully, that got resolved around like 10 or 10:30 or something. So I was like, okay, good. Because, but yeah, it was going really, really super slow, and then DMs were just completely gone. So,
but it's back. It's back and better than ever. It's the best, and we now know why it was messed up. As apparently a fire broke out in a data center leased by Elon Musk X. Here, this is from Wired. The fire department said a room with batteries contributed to the blaze at the building leased by Elon Musk X near Portland, Oregon. So that kind of does raise a few eyebrows here up in Portland, Oregon here. But there we go. So the long and short of it was firefighters arrived at the Hillsborough Technology Park at 10:21 a.m., which lines up with things yesterday where we were trying to get a hold of each other and we couldn't. 10:21 yesterday. They found a room with batteries that were deemed to be involved in the fire. The firefighter says noted that the fire had not spread to other parts of the building, but said the room in question was heavy with smoke. As of 3, the crew was still on the scene. X did not.
Wait, this doesn't line up at all. Because 10:21 a.m. Pacific time. That's 3 hours after 10:20 Eastern, when we were already having a bit of tech issues.
That's true.
No,
that
this doesn't line up. There was something else going on, and I just thought, oh, it was the fire. Totally, that was it. No, because like even then, it was sort of okay in the morning, and then towards the afternoon, I couldn't even see DMs on mobile. So chat, if you didn't know, we were unable to see DMs on desktop, but mobile was okay. And then by the afternoon, it was completely out of service, like desktop, mobile, nothing. I would see that I was getting DMs like on my notifications of my lock screen, but I couldn't open anything. Kept saying no messages, no messages. So this doesn't make any sense to me. This doesn't line up at all. Just saying.
Makes sense. I see you over here doing the Charlie from It's Always Sunny thing, mapping it all together with the time. Like I said, this does kind of raise a few eyebrows that this is in Portland, Oregon, of all places. Cecil, you got any thoughts on that?
Shout out Portland.
Yeah. Anytime you see Portland, Oregon involved in something, it's always a little sus where, so I would not be surprised if like this could go either way. It could simply be what it is. It was a battery fire and things went out for a little while, or it could be some angry Portland, Oregon protester that decided to go in and cause a problem. Will we ever know? Who knows at this point?
Probably not. Probably not. But unless I don't know, Elon could say something about it for sure. He could say, this is what happened, and what once they gather up all the data and if it was somebody who went in and tried to create some arson with it, then yeah, that would be horrible. But Elon did say the other day, he's like, hey, look, those of you who messed with Teslas, like we are coming for you guys. And it was very, very profound when he said that statement. So we'll see if he follows through with this, if that is the case. So there we go. Now we know why X was down. We have this story here. I guess not really a story, more of a question. Okay, this is from Defiant L's over on X. And I am not a woman, right? Although I do identify sometimes on weekends as one. But Blabs, it's ma'am. Blabs, have you ever been to a hotel and felt unsafe at a hotel?
Unsafe? No. A bit creeped out? Yes.
Was it the people in the hotel, or was it the hotel itself?
It was the hotel itself. I remember this vividly. Fun fact, I was in the marching band when I was in 8th grade, and we all had to go to our state championship, and so there was a few of us in the hotel together. Like, we were all bunked up, right? Girls, boys. And, like, there was, like, blood stains on this hotel, like, wall and stuff, and I'm like, somebody died, or, like, it might not have been bloodstains, but kind of looked like it. So yeah, that was probably my freakiest experience in the hotel room, just because there was random ass stains all over the rooms, and I was like, this isn't fun. This is it. So yeah.
Band camp, Blabs.
I mean, no, that wasn't band camp. This was a marching band competition over the weekend.
I know. I'm asking, have you ever been to band camp?
Yes, we've had this conversation, but it wasn't away band camp. It was everyone gets picked up at like 5 in the afternoon by their parents or guardians, and everyone goes home, and then you come back at like 8 a.m. or whatever the next day.
Right, but so you never done
Where's countdown?
Oh no, I'm curious. I've never been to band camp before.
It was great. A lot of work, very tiring.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's okay.
A lot of sunshine.
Just out of curiosity, Blabs, have you seen American Pie before?
No.
What?
I've seen the Stupid Girls version on Netflix that came out a week ago.
No. Okay. So that's something we need to watch.
I'm down.
That down. You are down?
I am down.
Oh, we finally got one, boys. She's finally open to watching something. All right.
Didn't want to watch The Terminator, but
No.
yeah, I mean, American Pie, at least, I think you'll still enjoy.
Yeah, I want funny shit to watch with plus guys and laugh and everything. I want that stuff. That's what I want to do. Listen, the world is already full of shit and misery. I want to laugh more. So I'm down to watch funny bullshit movies on Plus.
I bet, here's my guess, Cecil. My guess is that when we watch American Pie together, Blabs is so caught off guard and honestly disgusted by some of the hijinks that happen in that movie that she'll be like, I can't even watch this. That's my guess.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, how long has she been doing the show with you? Like, you think you're not like kind of tempered to, because
immune.
Especially, Blabs, you've watched South Park. Have you watched South Park?
I have seen bits of South Park.
Okay, maybe. All right, you might be onto something.
Yeah,
because it's the big thing when it came out. American Pie it's a throwback to the great teen sex comedy. Like in the 80s, one of the biggest genres out there was the teen sex comedy. You had Porky's, you know, all of those kinds of films. So this came out in the late 90s, and it was a throwback to that. So it was all just gross out dick and fart humor, and it was great. It was hilarious.
Yes, so much so that they made like 4 or 5 movies with like the original cast. They did.
I've seen like bits of it. Like I've seen the whole this one time a band camp scene. Yeah, I've seen bits. I've just never seen the whole movie.
Okay.
At least I don't think.
Little side quest there. Well, good. We set up something. We'll need to do a movie watching party with Blabs one day. We'll watch American Pie.
I get my popcorn. I have butterbeer flavored popcorn. I'm set.
You know, side note, I've tried that. It's very good.
Right? It's not that bad.
Pretty damn good. Did you get it at Costco or Sam's?
Yeah.
Let's go. All right.
The big ass like 17-ounce bag.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. Great, man. Costco's the best. Let's think and go. All right. Just consume.
I have a story about Costco real fast.
We'll go no. Okay. Let's get to the story here.
Side adventures in autism.
So hotels here. Is this precautionary or is this psycho? Okay, this lady is in a hotel, and these are the things that it says right there, hotel safety tips for solo female. So here we go. Let's check it out.
Mind you, she's recording herself in a bath towel.
Yes, this is true. Keep in mind, she's in a bath towel the entire time doing this.
With the dead skin mask on.
Right. Setting up the camera in all these shots. I just want to point that out as well. Okay, so putting her shoes out. Cover the people with a tissue.
And the thing is, she's not actually solo, because look at the camera moving and everything. So unless she's got some like little drone, there's somebody there.
Of course. Yeah, there's definitely somebody with her. This is for educational purposes only, Blabs.
Right.
All right. Lock the door. Use a portable door lock for extra security. Okay. So pop it in there. block the door by placing the ironing board against the door. Then install a door alarm. If someone breaks in, the alarm will go off. Install a hidden camera in the room. Oh my God. Okay. Use a spy detector mirror to check for hidden cameras in the mirror. Check every corner of ceiling walls along with phones, light sockets, and ventilation systems. Use binoculars to look out the window. By the way, once again, still in a towel with the windows wide open. Here. Make sure nobody's watching you. So there you go. Cecil, how often do you do that? And why were you the cameraman in this video?
Ixnay on the that's my side gig. I honestly was because I saw that in the thing, and I was watching that, and when she pulled out the spy thing, you know, to look for, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is BS. And then when she's looking out with the binoculars, I'm like, okay, this is fake. Like nobody is that. I mean, okay, there are people that are that paranoid, but I don't think that people that are that paranoid are going to have someone film them giving away all of their tips. I think that is just somebody who is trying to make a viral video.
This is, I think you're probably right here. Obviously, the idea of her standing in a wide open window with a towel on, like right out of the shower, is kind of odd. But
the worst thing, though, was covering the door, right? So she blocks the door with the ironing board. If somebody really does that in real life, that's a huge emergency issue. Let's say there's a fire or someone needs to come and help you, that you've fallen in the shower, whatever it is. Someone's trying to get into the hotel to help you. They can't, and you can't get out. Like, that's a huge safety hazard, in my opinion. Like, nuts.
Yeah, it is. And you know what?
Nuts.
She'd probably die.
Exactly. I'm like, good job.
It is. Yourself. Look, here's the people, normal men in the chat saying, "Oh, that's definitely parody."
Is it though?
Like, have you looked around and seen some of the people in our society today? Like, these people are broken, and like, I think that's the thing is sometimes you look at this stuff and you say, "Oh, that's definitely parody," and then you take a step back and you go, "Well, we have seen."
Sure, somebody is crazy like that who's just not filming it and they're super secretive about it.
Commodore fan says that woman is pure social media clickbait. Well, the good news is that I don't know who that lady was, and she had a mask covering her face, so there's that. So she didn't get any real publicity from us. So Drawbear Kuda says the missing eyebrows are definitely for security. Oh, thank you for that. Dr. T.S. King says American Pie cannot hold a candle to the great movie, I guess, Animal House. Animal House. If any of you haven't seen it, then you owe it to yourselves. After all, we never gave up after the Germans attacked Pearl Harbor. That's right. Thanks, Dr. T.S. King. Appreciate that. Wes says Cecil's subservience is too mainstream. I suggest a Korean show. I'm not a robot. Okay, West. There you go. Lexicon says Blab's best teen comedy you've never seen of by far is Better Off Dead. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good one. You ever seen Better Off Dead, Cecil?
Oh, numerous times. Man, it's a damn shame folks be throwing away a perfectly good white boy like that.
No, I don't think I've ever seen this. I'm looking at posters of it.
Oh, it's back before John Cusack lost his damn mind.
Yeah, John Cusack. He was fun back in the day.
Really, really, like, legit funny.
There's one of my favorite like teen sex comedies came out in 2008. It's kind of underrated, I suppose. You ever heard of Sex Drive before?
Yes,
dude, Sex Drive is awesome.
Dude, Sex Drive is so underappreciated.
Yes,
Seth Green and James Marsden. I'm down. That sounds hilarious.
It's legit funny. It's another one that is like a throwback to the 80s teen sex comedies.
Yes,
it's they go like to the Amish farm during Rumspringa. Dude, it's so funny.
I want to watch Euro Trip again because I watched it in college and I was like half drunk at the time too, so I don't really remember it all that well. So I definitely want to watch that again.
It's one of my all-time.
I'm writing all these down.
Okay, good.
Eurotrip is hilarious.
Yeah, I remember. It was actually circulating again because the new Pope with the new Pope scene and everything, where the guy's the Pope again. He's like,
We don't need no water.
Yeah, so that was circulating again because of the Pope. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that movie.
See,
My wife.
Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead,
I was just gonna say my wife and I quote that frequently with the "mi scusi, mi scusi."
yeah. Yeah, right. Always just groping. Is that the one? Yeah. Miss Scusi, Miss Scusi.
Every time they go through a tunnel, he's just molesting somebody.
Oh, molestation. It's hilarious. Anyways.
I had to double glance. I was like, did he just say that?
Gusium says, Craig showed super normie energy watching Lord of the Rings, so Blab's hesitation for his recommendations is understandable. No, I'm just saying that's we should definitely watch American Pie, Sex Drive, and Eurotrip. I think that'd be a really great thing. We'll do a live watch along with those Blabs one day.
Yeah.
It'd be wonderful. Max says hi, by the way.
Hi, Max.
All right. Okay, so guys, we do have a sponsor today, and I want to take a couple minutes to talk about them. Actually, I want to take a couple minutes for this video to tell you about our wonderful sponsor today. I've talked about him previously on the show. It is Magic Mind. If men that I know, oh, there we go. Hold on. What are we doing here? Let's let me tell you about Magic Mind. This is like super awesome. Here we go. Most normal men that I know are not lazy. You just get burnt out. You know, around 2 o'clock, you just kind of hit that wall. You still know what you got to get done, but your brain's just kind of done. So when Magic Mind hit us up and they're like, listen, we don't want you to just promote it. We want you to try our product and tell us which one is the best. That was intriguing to me. They sent me all 3 of their energy shots, free, original, and max. I tested each one over 6 days, and I got to be honest, I went hard. As a dad and a business owner, things go crazy. So I started with Max, the big boy, 165 milligrams of time-release caffeine. Between doing the show, meetings, and all sorts of production stuff we have going on, this one just hit. Nothing jittery, just like steady focus and power all day. Love it. On days 3 and 4, I switched to free. No caffeine, no sugar. And honestly, I thought it was going to be pretty weak, but I got to be honest, it was like a kind of super chill focus. Free is like perfect for your off day or if you just over-caffeinated. And finally, on day 5 and 6, I wrapped up with the original formula. I talked about this one on Side Scrollers before, but this one's kind of like the balanced option. It's a little bit of caffeine. It's like that energy that just kind of sneaks up on you in like the best possible way. For me, Max is definitely the best. Between the show and everything we got going on behind the scenes and obviously personal life, that's the one that fits my lifestyle the best. I was wondering why it worked, and they told me it's because of nano encapsulation, which essentially means your body absorbs what you take in. So it's no wasted nutrients or anything like that. Just clean, calm, focus. Free is great for those of you who slam like 3 coffees a day. It's awesome. It gives you the focus without the spike. And original, that's for your everyday. It gives you just enough energy to keep you going, smooth sailing all the way through your day. So Magic Mind just announced this lineup, and their deals are stupid insane. 60% off your first membership. I totally encourage you to use my link down in the description and check it out for yourself. I've been talking about it literally for months. I've been using all their new products, and I definitely enjoy Magic Mind. Like I said, I prefer the Max, but you guys fit what suits you best. Oh, and the best thing, full money back guarantee. So once again, use the link down in the description. That is our custom link. You get 60% off. And once again, we appreciate Magic Mind supporting us. They support us, so please consider supporting them. There we go. Okay, so yeah, Magic Mind, link is in the pinned comment. It's also in the pinned chat. We'd love for you guys to check it out. They support us. Please support them. I've been using it for weeks behind the scenes. And honestly, like I talked about it when they first sponsored us a couple months ago, and I really enjoyed it. Just a quick shot. It's great. Love it. So check it out. Really appreciate you guys. Okay, let's go and move on. Let's talk about our lead story today. This was kind of silly to see. So we're talking South Park here. Cecil, are you a big South Park fan?
I would say I'm a fan. I don't know how big of a fan I am, but I do like South Park quite a bit.
There's a lot of memes that come out of South Park. A lot of memes. I have to go back to Chef and his big chocolate salty balls, right?
Put them in your mouth.
Oh, suck. Put them in the mouth and suck them. Blabs, you know that song?
No.
Oh.
And so I'm wondering what you two do in your free time.
We watch South Park and we laugh at Chef singing about his big chocolate salty balls. I'd play it for you right now. You know what? You know what I'll do? I will show it to you during today's post show over on Plus. Okay, let me write that down real fast.
Yep, I'm doing that. Don't worry.
Thank you, Blabs. All right. Well, it is South Park is arriving over on Paramount Plus soon in the US on July 1st, but not the entirety of the franchise, as there's going to be lots of episodes that are no longer able to be seen, including these right here. Season 1, Episode 4, Big Gay Al's Big Boat Ride. Season 2, Episode 1, Terrence and Phillip in Not Without My Anus. We have Super Best Friends, Simpsons did it, Passion of the Jew, Trapped in the Closet, Jupacabra, Ginger Cow. So this spans over all sorts of all sorts of seasons, season 1 to season 17. And a lot of people don't quite understand here. It says this is, I understand why 200 and 201 and the Super Best Friends will not be available to stream, but the rest are pretty good episodes that shouldn't be banned. Maybe Paramount is scared of Scientologists going after them or are in cahoots with the cult. Who knows? This is the same company, mind you, that say they were against, quote, banning art. So let's start there. First and foremost, Cecil, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the idea of like licensing these brands, these companies, these any sort of series, but not the whole thing because it's not fit for maybe the modern audience.
It's stupid. Like the whole point of South Park and the reason why South Park is still a name today, 25 years later, is because they pushed the envelope. They were offensive. They said whatever they wanted. They did a lot of things for the joke, but the joke always had a point to go with it. And it was smart. It was funny. And it was really well done. And everything, the satirical elements of it, the dick and fart humor, like everything, all of those things combined are what made it the, I'm sure at this point, billion-dollar franchise. And for them to take a couple of episodes that are offensive now out of the whole package that they bought is stupid. Like, honestly, it's all or nothing, because the thing is, okay, well, you decided to drop these episodes. Well, let's say somebody is on there and they're like, oh, I don't like this. And then they have to drop that episode. So you've opened the door and now people are going to get offended at what you left in. Well, why did you take this episode out and you didn't take this episode out? Well, no, you've did that to yourself now. So you have to deal with it. So Paramount can go screw.
Well, this is, you may be asking yourself why they did potentially remove these. Well, we had somebody, an ex-user went through and was like, hey, maybe this is why. And they went down list by list. Fear of insulting LGBTQ, mentions of Saddam Hussein, depictions of Muhammad, insulting Jewish people, insulting Scientology, depiction of Muhammad, insulting Jewish, Christian, Muslims, Hurricane Katrina. So most of these have to do with insulting people. And I think when it comes to South Park, the one thing about South Park is they are equal opportunity insulters. It doesn't matter, if you're gay, straight, black, white, whatever, trans, they will take shots at you because it's equal opportunities for all. And I think that's one of the things why they're uncancelable. And I say that except for in this instance, I guess they are in fact cancelable, or at least a company like Paramount that doesn't deem these appropriate for today. So, yeah, man, it's interesting to see this. And I think this is just another example, as mentioned several times in our chat, why physical media is so important, because you're presented this stuff as, well, this is what it is now, take it or leave it. But if you went and you bought the DVDs, or you have them, maybe even going back to maybe VHS back in the late 90s, you have access to, how they originally meant to air. Labs, you got anything on this?
No, I think it's absolute garbage. Because you should be able to make fun of everything and anyone. That's the point of comedy. So when you're restricting it, you're just restricting comedy at this point, which is a form of art. So no, I don't agree with it.
World of Gaming, ironically, says just to quote South Park, either everything is okay or nothing is. Right? I believe you said that, Cecil. So, yeah, man, it's crazy to see. I'm curious, Blab, see if you can find Trey Parker and Matt Stone. See if they have any statements about that, because that doesn't seem very Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Definitely seems like a bigger corporate decision by Paramount, and specifically Paramount Plus. So, yeah, what a shame, I guess.
Oh, well, I found Trey Parker, but he hasn't posted anything on Twitter in over a decade.
At least he's consistent, which is good. Oh, man. But yeah, so I mean, even if people are saying like one of the episodes is really bad, so what? It should still be available, right? Even if it's bad, like just quality bad, it should still be available to everybody who wants to watch it to experience just how shitty it actually is. So, yeah, what a damn shame, huh? You got anything to close on that, Cecil?
I just think it's frustrating. And like you said, to kind of piggyback, it shows the importance of physical media, because once you physically have something, that's the one thing that they can't temper with. So once something is only available on streaming, not only do they have the decision of the item itself if they want to cut content, but they can also just yoink it from existence. And that's kind of scary in a way, that there may be things in the future that just cease to exist, and except for if somebody managed to pirate it before it got pulled.
And to kind of add on to that, so I don't know if you've been following the thing with Warner Brothers and their DVDs rotting away. Have you heard about that, Cecil?
Yeah, that's been a thing with DVDs in general. A lot of DVDs do have a shelf. DVDs and Blu-rays have a shelf life. It all depends on various things, the plastics they use, and whatnot. But there are some that, yeah, they do degrade and eventually are unwatchable.
Yeah, which sucks also.
Exactly, that also sucks. So it kind of sucks all over.
Yeah, there's really no winning here, because like my point is, when Warner Brothers was saying, oops, some of these are gonna these DVDs won't work anymore, we'll like replace it for you, but if we don't have that title anymore, you get something else. So it's like you don't even really get to keep it, even if you purchased it on physical, because if it's like rotten away and you have to replace it, they might not give you a new one of the exact same thing you wanted.
Exactly.
Or it could be altered.
Exactly. They'll give you the updated version.
The modern audience.
Stuff, I mean, and as you can see, I kind of have some physical media back there. And it's scary that, hey, I got a bunch of these things that I really love, and I may not watch them every day, but let's say 10 years from now, I sit down, I throw it in the machine. It doesn't work. Oh, that's great. What am I supposed to do about it now? And that sucks.
Boo.
Boo indeed. All right, well, let's go and move on to our next story. I think we all agree on that for sure. Okay, listen, we've talked about how Blabs refuses to watch. Well, I'll tell you, before we get to this story, let me let everybody know that KOCOM became a brand new Plus member. So did Dr. Vance. So make sure you guys use that promo code KING to get $30 off your annual membership over there, so you can watch King of the Couch here in 3 weeks from now. Rary says, I guess we should expected this from Paramount, as they did an episode about Pride and Logan Paul, but had to use parody names instead, which was weird. Thanks, Rary. Followed up, says, because South Park always used a likeness and names in the show, but likely they changed it to parody names, like the aforementioned Logan Paul to Logan LaDouche, and Prime to Creed Really weird. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that, Rary. Modest Rat says, hey, bada bing. Can't believe I missed Drinker yesterday. Was sick with an ear infection. Anyways, arrivederci, mi amigos and blabs. Thank you very much, Modest Rat. Appreciate that greatly. World of Gaming says, Craig just sent a package. Should be there sometime next week. The crew will love it. Let me know you got it. We'll do. And we will open it when Blabs and Phoenix are in town for a few weeks from now for King of the Couch, which will be great. Okay, let's move on to this next story here real fast. Did you see Gladiator 2, Cecil?
No. I saw the first one in theaters, loved it. And I kind of have a thing with late sequels. I'd say 99% of them sucked. So I was just like, nah, I'm good.
So I saw it recently on Amazon Prime, and let me just say this about that: it was long, it was drawn out, and it was unnecessary. Like I didn't need to watch it. I was hoping that it'd be a lot better than it actually was. I'd heard it's like a 7. It's more like a 5, right? It was totally unnecessary, and it was meant to generate money on a, it did. I guess it did pretty good. I don't know. But the lead actor of it was this guy named Paul Mescal. Are you familiar with this guy?
No. And was Russell Crowe even in the sequel?
No, he's alluded to in the sequel. There's like the scenes of his hand along the wheat and all that. So like, I guess it's referenced. And I think there is a scene of his likeness in it, but he himself is obviously not in it because he's dead. Right.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I was wondering if they were going to do some kind of flashback thing or,
I think there may have been like maybe one scene or something, or it was like from behind, so they didn't have to actually use his likeness. I don't know.
I had to pay him.
Right. He's alluded to many times in it. Like the entire story is about Maximus, because we find out that Lucius was actually his son, and whatever. It doesn't even matter. But the point is that the guy who plays Lucius in it was talking about, this is from That Park Places. He brags that Hollywood is moving away from the traditional alpha male characters that once defined it. This is at the Cannes Film Festival. Oh man, Cecil not happy about this. Rolling his bed back right here. While promoting History of Sound, the Irish actor confidently proclaimed that cinema is, quote, moving away from the traditional alpha leading male characters here. So once again, talked about John Wayne, Sylvester Stallone, Sean Connery over here. So you can kind of see him talking about it here.
I personally don't see the parallels at all between Brokeback Mountain, other than the fact that we spend a little bit of time in a tent. But each to their own in terms of how you want. But I do think that there's a bigger question there in the fact that it draws your attention to why do I think that it's not that film? Because that film, to me, when I look at Brokeback Mountain, it's a beautiful film, but it is dealing with the idea of repression. And this film is fundamentally pointed in the opposite direction. So I think, to be honest, I find those comparisons relatively lazy and frustrating. But for the most part, I think that relationship that I have to the film.
You're muted, Craig.
I guess he doesn't mention there. Sorry about that. I didn't actually pre-screen it. My bad. But either way, the idea that they're moving away from toxic men in Hollywood, or toxic masculine men in Hollywood. Think of like Arnold. You think of Sly Stallone. You think of go down the list of all your 80s, 90s action stars, even 2000s action stars. And this seems to me, Cecil, the idea that you're really messing with your moneymaker here. If that's truly the way they're going to go, you wonder why Hollywood is failing. Now you know.
Yeah, like when you see Thor, what Chris Hemsworth without a shirt on, and he's jacked, and he just is like going out there and kicking ass and not really being a sissy. Like it. I mean, there's a big difference between somebody who, I mean, I hate to use the term, but I will because they did. But I mean, you have somebody who is an alpha male, a Captain America, a Thor, a Vin Diesel. Like, there's a big difference between that kind of character in a movie and oh God, who's that guy? Who's the whole? I just totally forgot his name. Andrew Tate. Like, there's a big difference between, your Sylvester Stallones, your Arnold Schwarzeneggers, your Dolph Lundgrens, your ass-kicking, badass hero guy, your Scott Adkins, the guy who women will gladly watch this action movie with their boyfriend, husband, whatever, versus somebody like that who is peddling his wares to a bunch of easily influenced dudes. Like, there's just a major difference. And I think that the people that can't see this are being like willfully blind about it. They're, oh, well, you know, we're a new generation of sensitive men. And like, look at the women that are watching even something like Hallmark Channel movies.
Yeah.
The guys there are not, they're all rugged outdoor, you know, they're working on the farm all day. They're not sensitive dudes. The vast majority of women do not want that. And if they want to try to make a movie where you're supposed to be a gladiator that has feelings, good luck to you. But, you know, I'll see you in the bargain bin.
Dude, I'm with you on that. You know, I think that there's I do love Venn diagrams. And when you look at the Venn diagram of women who will watch a Hallmark movie and then men who will watch, you know, an action comedy or whatever, there's crossover when it comes to like masculine alpha men, you know, and that idea. And there is obviously a big difference between Andrew Tate and what you see in, you know, whatever Terminator or whatever. You know, it's kind of like, you know, the idea of like people being easily influenced. You know, that's something that's been there forever. But I think that if this is truly the way that Hollywood is looking to do, and they're looking to move on to, you know, we mentioned like Pedro Pascal, he's in everything right now. But yeah, big thumbs down, right?
Thumbs down. He stinks.
Here you go. Here's
He's
Pedro
not very
Pascal.
good, is he?
Well, I mean, just saying, like, if this photo really says everything you need to know about Pedro Pascal.
Very feminine.
But
he's like he's the male Zendaya. He's in everything for some reason. No one knows why.
Yes, this is true. 1000%. And he either, I mean, you can only assume why he's in everything. He's either affordable enough to be in everything, or because he's not talented enough. I mean, but he does play truly every role. But Pedro Pascal to me is not masculine, like just from him as a person. Like when I look at Sylvester Stallone, when I look at even The Rock, you know, The Rock is, you know, like muscles don't necessarily make you masculine, but they help. You know, they sure help, right? But when you look at this, if this is truly the direction they go and they want to go like more girl boss, and listen, ultimately the market will decide. There's a reason why when you watch a movie like, God, what's that? There was like this talking about sex teen comedies. What was the one with, God, where they're, Jesus Christ, I'm blanking on the name of it.
Give me an actor.
The guy who pretends he's from Hawaii and he has the ID. Superbad, right? Yeah, when you think like Superbad, right? The reason why it's funny is that all three of those guys are betas, right?
Mm-hmm.
They all want to be the alpha. They all want to hang out. They, you know, so we are literally laughing at them. We're laughing at them. We're laughing with them in their situation, and that's what makes that movie so funny, right? But I don't know. It's tough to see Hollywood make this decision if it truly is the way they go. And ultimately it's going to come down to indie filmmakers and or AI filmmakers to go in and create the products that they want to create. So, oh man, you know, we talked about AI a lot actually the last couple of days. Cecil, have you seen some of that AI footage that's been coming out?
Yeah. Like people are still kind of laughing at it because it's like, oh, well, look at the hands or whatever. But as some people are pointing out, and I was talking about this, is how scary it has developed so quickly. Like there was the uncanny valley at first where it was like, okay, it looks good, but it still has that like element of fake. Now you're looking at things like I've seen videos where I'm like, I'm not sure. Like this could be fake. It could not be. And the simple fact that we're at that point now, I mean, what's going to happen 6 months from now? What's going to happen a year from now? It is really scary. Like I think every single thing you see, you're going to have to really, really be skeptical about.
100% agree. All right, I just saw this come along the line. We'll get to that in a second. But first, Andrew came in with a $99.99. Talk about toxic masculinity. Sorry about that. There you go, Cecil. I know it makes you really uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. No, I certainly hate that.
He says the woke cult in Hollywood might not be a joke. Diddy's trial exposes the cult behavior among elites. Cat Williams Baphomet comments carry weight. Jonathan Audie testimony ties to Epstein cartels, human trafficking. When wealth fulfills all desires, taboo thrills entice. Thank you, Andrew. Really appreciate your support. Look, we know there's a lot of really fucked up things going on in Hollywood and really just society as a whole. And genuinely appreciate your support. And hopefully you enjoyed the wonderful support that Blabs provided you right there in the form of video. That's right, Blabs. Give it up for Andrew, everybody in the chat. Let's go. Thank you very much, man. Huge support. That is massive. Stop it down. I don't have my soundboard back yet, Blabs. Otherwise,
You haven't reset your PC, have you?
I have.
Not in a week.
I don't know if this is going to come through or
not. There you go.
No, didn't.
Andrew, making it work, baby. Oh, is this how we're gonna do it on a Friday, guys? There, thank you, Blabs. Is this how we're going to do it on a Friday? Hey, this is how we're going to do it. Let's freaking go. Freedom Fries came in with 10 gifted memberships to the channel. Hello, Poppy. Let's go, Poppy. Thank you very much. Is this what we're doing on a Friday? You guys want to do this? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Booby Friday. Is this what we're going to call it now? Instead of Finish Strong Friday, it's Booby Friday.
Oh, why not?
Why not? Let's go. Let's get on that hype train. Love to see that. All right. Man, let's go. That's excellent. Ian says we need to swing back to the Sean Connerys, not coddle the Kit Haringtons.
Which is funny because like Kit Harington, he doesn't really play like a soy boy character. He's just a soy boy in real life, isn't he?
Did you ever see the video interview? I think it was Barbara Walters and Sean Connery, where he's talking about
Did he say
Craig
he's
knows.
a slap a woman or something? Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. I feel we have an asset for that.
Sometimes you got to slap a bitch.
Oh no, it became Netflix.
Oh no.
There you
Yeah,
go.
this is classic Sean Connery. And this is actually going to tie perfectly into our next little quick hit here. Here, this is Sean Connery. I hope we don't get flagged for this.
An interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No.
Damn, I haven't changed my opinion.
Well, even Chris Rock, he in I think his first like really huge special where he was like, I would never hit a woman. I'll shake the shit out of that bitch. I was like, come on, dude.
Oh my God. Let's continue this.
Oh God.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, that they can't leave it alone.
It was a different world.
Oh my God. Well, Blabs, I bet you're right. They can't just leave it alone, right?
No.
Just leave it alone, Blabs. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
You don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
What would?
I wasn't expecting that.
No.
That's awesome. So speaking of Sean Connery, look at this. It just came across the wire here. Coming up for Father's Day, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade will be re-released in theaters next month. That's exciting to me. I know
the best Indiana Jones movie.
I agree. Oh,
the music, Sean Connery, all of it. The scared stuff for the motorcycle. So good.
I would not be surprised if the re-release of that made more money than
Indy
what was
5.
the what was the yeah, whatever the last
Temple
one
of
was.
Diarrhea, whatever it is. I don't know.
The one that made me look at Crystal Skull and go, you know
It wasn't
what?
so
That
bad.
wasn't so bad.
I may have judged you too harshly. Yes,
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the 5th one. I had no desire. I was like, no.
So
Oh.
I actually started it. I started it and I got about 15 minutes in. You know, like I watch movies now in segments, right? I'll watch 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here when I have time. I got 15 minutes in and I turned it off to like do whatever. And then I was like, what should I watch? Well, I'm watching Indiana Jones. And then I was like, no, I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Just didn't care enough. Yeah. So Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And I don't think Last Crusade will beat this, but it grossed $384 million worldwide. So
wow, that much?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yes.
I think
That's
people
still-
just really want to go back and see Harrison Ford.
I mean, it's Indiana Jones, you know? But so Last Crusade, going back to the box office, which once again, we are a part of the slot machine. It is straight nostalgia when it comes to this. And but the idea of seeing it in theaters is something I've never done before. And I would totally be intrigued by doing that. Just if you were curious, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade grossed $474 million. That was in 1989. So
I think tickets were like $6 back then or something.
Right. I think they were less than that, you know.
Mhm.
So because I remember even in the late 90s, tickets were like $7.50. So now it's $20. You go to see it, $20. So yeah, I mean, this to me is spectacular to see, and I probably am going to go see it in the theater because I just haven't seen it. So question for the chat: what is the best Indiana Jones movie, and why is it The Last Crusade? Please let us know.
It just is, man. It just is.
Just is.
Wait, have you ever seen the when he's a kid, the Indiana Jones Adventures when he's like a child?
Was it the
Was it Young Indiana Jones Adventures of Young Indy?
Young
something
Indiana
like that?
Jones Chronicles, or maybe it was
Something
just
like
Young
that.
Indiana Jones. It was good.
Yeah.
You know? It was a
I
good
saw
show.
bits and pieces of it. My sister was the one who watched all of it, but I would sneak up and watch bits of it. It wasn't bad.
Need to go back and watch that. I never have seen it, and apparently it is really good. So
Yeah, it's fun.
but I know I'm going to be paying some money to go see Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade again. I've seen it 14 million times, but I'm going to go see it again because I'm a sucker.
Wait, so this is the best comment. No ticket. It's true. He
Yes.
no ticket.
No ticket. That's right. Ian says, to clarify, I mean his on-screen persona, not his extracurricular proclivities. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate that. I know what you're talking about with Sean Connery. Tidapig Rancher came in and says, no, Raiders of the Lost Ark is unequaled. Oh,
Lost Ark.
Lost Ark. That's what I said.
You said last.
Oh, well, I meant lost. Young Stove came in and says, I'm 5'6", 145-pound little Italian weeb gamer nerd. I'm more masculine than Pedro, and he can grow a better stash. Male Zendaya. Bet he gets his rolls on his knees.
Damn. Good for
Did
you,
you
Young
see the
Stove.
There was a video recently of like Pedro was at some event
And he
had,
was
like,
licking
and
a thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Very
totally
totally alpha behavior.
yeah.
Just saying, when I think masculinity, it's definitely Pedro
Oh
Pascal.
no, don't show it, Craig. Oh,
doing
I've already
this.
seen it.
Just
Oh no.
totally
Yeah, there you
masculine
go.
right there. Yeah.
What's he doing? Like, what are you doing, dude?
I don't know, but he's really, really happy. I mean, that's masculine
Wasted.
right there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
wasted.
there. Oh god.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's enough of that. Thank you. Didn't want to see that ever again.
You're Mandalorian, everybody.
Sorry.
You're Fantastic Four.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan came in with the 10. Says, at the end of the day, I have all seasons of South Park on DVD and still work that the whole DVD. Hold on. They still work that the whole DVD thing is true then. Well, fuck. I got to watch all the episodes while listening to the commentary. Well, thank you, Dan. I'm sorry I butchered that as I normally do. By the way, working on something where I don't have to read supers because I'm horrible at them. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Once again, Freedom Fries, thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships to the channel earlier. Armis came in and says, happy weekend, everyone. Having worked a decade plus in the hotel industry, I can confirm, even if this is satire, I've had guests like that, talking about the hotel lady. Despite having a security department and cameras and teams, I've had guests like that, and they are the worst. Also, hey, Blabs. Armis, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Delta says, sometimes a World of Warship or Raid Shadow Legend sponsor can be fun. I can't wait to hear Craig's favorite character or vehicle he's always played. Thank you, Delta. Appreciate that. All right, let's keep moving on. Oh, real quick, Lexicon says old school actors like Clint Eastwood and Sean Connery were more manly than modern, quote, modern jacked, quote, heroes. Thank you very much, Lexicon. Who is the most manly actor in history? Cecil, just off first thought.
Probably a lot of people would say John Wayne. I would probably go Clint Eastwood. Because
I was about to say that.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, even old Clint Eastwood, is still like, there's a thing where you're like, all right, I don't want to mess with this old dude. Like he will still beat my ass.
Dude, Clint Eastwood, he's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he produced the perfect offspring named Scott.
He produced the perfect offspring named Scott. There it is.
Scott Eastwood. Have you guys not seen what he looks like? Holy shit.
Go ahead,
Blabs.
Blabs.
Pull up a photo.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Well, go and look at Clint Eastwood when he was young. Like he was gorgeous. He was just a really good looking dude.
Yeah.
And, he got very chiseled as he got older, and he always just had that on-screen presence. Yeah. Like
he would be seen as fat today with that picture, and isn't that crazy? Like this was sexy, then, and like now it'd be like, where's his abs? He has no chest, man.
He's not no definition.
Right.
Like, dude, he's still like, look at him. He's probably like 150 pounds.
Yeah. He's still alive today. I'm sorry, Blabs. Did you want to?
Yeah, that's his kid.
Is that
Bestman.
Is that who your Hollywood donors for?
Yeah. I wouldn't. He's up there for sure.
Good looking really dude.
Pretty. Yeah, he's good looking. Good for him. Way to go, Clint. Great offspring.
Yeah, way to goon, Blabs. Way to goon. All right, let's go. Well, I don't even know how the hell did we get there. Oh, we're talking about
Macho Man.
Macho Man. Yes, nothing more macho than alphas talking about alphas.
That's right. All right. Before we get to our next story, I want to remind you guys we are 12 yellow supers into our goal of 20 today. It is Finish Strong Friday. Let's finish strong and let's get to our Montez goal today. We do have our call-in show over on Side Scrollers Plus here very, very shortly. Looking forward to that and taking your call-ins. But first, I want to talk about Epic Universe one more time. Saw this tweet and was, I don't know. I just wanted to get y'all's thoughts on this. This is from X. Says, not a kid in sight. Theme park adults should be deported here. And this is the opening moments of Epic Universe. And he's right. There's not a single child in this shot going into the opening of Epic Universe.
That's not the opening.
This is the
No, it's not. This is the one portal for the Wizarding World.
Okay,
it's not the main one.
It may be even better. The idea that this is the opening the opening for Wizarding World, whatever it is, right? This is still the opening of it.
So I can explain why they're running. They're going for the ride. Everyone wants to go on the ride because the ride is like a 3-hour wait line.
Right, of course. Yes, they're all trying to get to the ride. Look at the guy. Someone fell over on the far side. Do you see that? Look at this over here. Watch this idiot over here. Watch this side over here. They're running. Oh, wow.
Imagine doing that on the very first day of Epic.
So once again, but the bigger point here is there's not a single child here.
I don't know. I see a whole bunch of adult children.
Oh, there we go. We got one
child.
There's the children.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Okay. So I actually have some context here. One, they capped the opening day, and they're going to be capping for a couple days. So perhaps people who have kids aren't coming for the first few days. They're going to come when there's no school or some shit like that. Because remember, kids are still in school right now, are they not? Until June. So there's that. Two, a lot of Epic opening day is a lot of influencers. being there, promoting it.
But they've had 2 months to do that, though.
And they're still doing it now. My feed of Instagram of all these people I know are all Epic Universe, and they're all obviously adults. But yeah, and I did see a bunch of babies on my timeline where moms are taking their kids.
Babies, or okay, there's one. That's the second child I've seen. So like, there's one
There's a
family
bunch
here.
behind, yeah, there's a bunch back there.
Okay, I feel like there's a little bit of cope here. I'm just saying that.
I mean, a little. Listen, like
the
there's
ratio
a lot
here.
of adults who want to go see this for sure. I feel like the kids will be coming later on when there's no school and they're out.
Just saying, like the general ratio of adult to kid there is like 99% adult. Yes, there's like a child or two in there.
Maybe they all went to How to Train Your Dragon first.
Okay.
Just saying.
The theme park adult, though, is something that I feel, Cecil, you said you see a lot of adult children right there. It feels very Arrested Development. We've talked about this on the show before. I don't know, Cecil, what's your thought on theme park adults?
It's kind of sad. Like I understand, like there are things that you love. There are things that you want to support. There are things that mean a lot to you, movies, television, video games, what have you. And being able to go and experience that, be it one of the Disney things or the Universal Park or whatever, that's really cool because hey, you're going through a portal and you're stepping into that world. It's kind of exciting. But if you have a child or more than multiple children, isn't that something that you would want to experience with them? I would, if I was going to something like that, I'd want to bring my son and be like, hey, here's something that I grew up with that I love. I'd want to introduce them to it. It just feels like a lot of people that like you said, it's Arrested Development. They're doing it for themselves. They're not bringing the kids. And believe me, there are some times where yes, you want to do something on your own. You don't want you don't, maybe today you don't bring the kid, but I don't know. It's just you see this more and more, and like I think that there are probably tons of videos of this where you just see a bunch of adults bum rushing in. Like I was watching some of the Star Wars Disney videos, and it was 99% adults and maybe like one kid that was confused and wasn't really into it. So it's kind of sad that there are people that are putting so much money into, and that's the other thing too, is that these things are incredibly expensive because they're catering to the adult collector instead of the family.
Well, I think that's one actually really big thing that you mentioned here was the idea that like I don't think any of these people actually have kids. A lot of these influencers, I think a lot of them are in their early 20s, maybe late 20s, maybe even early 30s, and they have chosen to prioritize themselves and their infatuation with these parks way more than actually starting a family and having a life.
So that's true for some of them. I do know there was a couple of them yesterday who have like multiple kids, like 4 kids, and the kids were at home for the opening day, and that they'll be going with the family later on. Just saying. But I do kind of agree that, yeah, people are having less children nowadays.
Well, go get it there, Disney adults. You guys have your fun. Like I want to go to that theme park. It looks really, really fun. I know, Blabs, you have super FOMO from watching.
Oh, super FOMO.
Yeah.
Well, I actually got someone to pick up something for me for opening day merch. I was like, hey man, I need you to pick this up for me. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, I'll say this, we did try to do the show at Universal. They just never, ever. Well, actually they said no, but just saying, we definitely could have done a better production than what they showed the other day.
It was so embarrassing. I actually clicked off of it at one point. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. 1, it's not entertainment. 2, it was just poorly produced.
Poor production. Mercenary says, Scott Eastwood looks like Steve McQueen handsome. Thank you very much, Mercenary. Most manly actor, Kurt Russell from Future Kulak. Thank you very much.
Even Kurt Russell as Santa Claus, still incredibly, masculine.
Cecil over here is like Santa Daddy.
I'll sit on your lap.
That's weird. It's great. Awesome. Love it.
Craig's like derailed.
Good. Wiz says moving away from characters audience want is why the audience is moving away from Hollywood brand entertainment. Followed up says, I think a lot of us are tired of seeing our old heroes get shat on by their corporate approved female replacements. Thank you very much, Wist. Commodore fan says, it's time consuming and somewhat expensive, but all I can do is rip and double back our personally media collections. I'm in the process of it myself. Thank you. Drop Barracuda says, no hotel stay in investigation Bandcamp. Thank you, Drop Barracuda. Mercenary says, Blabs is right. I had some issues, same issues, same time. Thank you, Mercenary.
That's Twitter.
And S96 Blue came in with, I don't even know what this is, but it's pink and it's big and it's awesome. Says, losing money seems not enough for Western entertainment to ditch Marxist liberalism. How do you think they afford so? P.S. Your segment on Disney Abu Dhabi was cringe for your lack of knowledge on UAE. Just providing feedback. Please don't hate me. No. Listen, I've told you, I want to go to the UAE. I very much would love to do that. It just cost a lot of money to do it. So that is something I would love to spend a week in the UAE. And we appreciate that greatly. And we actually have quite a few viewers from the UAE who tune in on a day-to-day basis. So us speaking out of ignorance, it is truly ignorance because we've never been there. We have no idea. And we only see what people say online. So listen, you're not wrong to call us ignorant in that. I feel like the word ignorance, and thank you very much, S96 Blue. I think the word ignorance is thought of as like a real negative, but when you have the idea of ignorance is that you lack the knowledge on a topic, right? And especially when it comes to someplace like the UAE, which is like this mythical place on the other side of the world for me, I truly have no idea what's going on there. So I am truly ignorant as to what culture is actually like over there. So yeah, I have no problem being called on that. All right, thank you very much. That's incredibly nice. By the way, what is 250 a?
Oh, I looked. It was like $13.
Let's go with that $13. Let's go.
$13.50 or something like that. Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right, awesome. Well, Cecil, it is Friday. It is about 12:30, which means we always like to talk planes, Cecil. So it's time for plane talk.
Plane talk.
Oh,
You did the wrong one.
well, that's the right one. It's the original. I know you like the Lego one, but okay, fine. Nope, sorry, Saka. All right, plane talk. Blabs. Hey, you ever wanted to stand up on a plane but you couldn't?
Fuck no.
Well, now guess what? Low-cost airlines are launching standing-only seats in 2026. Look at that, where you can just stand the entire time in your seat. Cecil, do you fly often?
No, not very much. I'm going to be flying in November, but it'll be the first time I've flown in a while.
I thought the idea was you weren't supposed to stand on a flight, let alone
like to be buckled in and everything. But this one, they're basically saying that you're kind of like at a little bit of an angle, and then you're strapped in also. And I'm like, no, they're just hurting you in like cattle, so more people can fit in there. Because instead of sitting and taking up more room, you're standing, and they say it's taking up less room, so more people can go on.
If they're going to do that, tickets better be like $20. Like, because I'm paying for a seat. You know, I would like to at least be, what are you going to be able to do standing like that? You can't, break out your laptop. There's barely enough room to even like look at your phone or something. And if your flight is longer than like an hour, you are going to be really uncomfortable unless you're used to standing a whole lot.
Could you imagine somebody standing up and sleeping? They're sitting like,
like a zombie.
Yeah, be good. Well, it says that you lean. You'll rest about at a 45-degree angle, weight on your legs and core muscles. Think of it. Here you go. This is how they're spinning it. Think of it as a mini workout. There we go.
You're paying to work out and be uncomfortable.
That's right. Feather light build. Each perch is roughly half the weight of a regular seat, cutting down on fuel burn. Oh, it's good for the environment, by the way, guys, just so you know. And yes, there is a seatbelt. So these are definitely like corporate bullet points that are being thrown out by this developer here, the person doing it. So what's in it for the airlines? Ultra low fares. Rumors suggest you can grab a one-way ticket for as little of £1 to £5. That doesn't, is that, what was that? What is this? This isn't pounds.
Is that
What
euros?
That's euros.
Euros? That's lies. There's no way you're going to put you on an airplane for €1 to €5 here.
No
Bigger cabins. Oh, great. More people on airplanes, which
Yeah,
is good.
exactly.
It's good. And lighter seats, fewer parts, less cleaning, so planes spend more time in the air. See, look at the way they're spinning this right here, man. It's good. So there we go. The idea of standing the entire flight with your Skyliner 2.0 saddle style standing only seats. Coming soon, apparently, to Europe's low-cost airlines. No thanks. No thanks.
Big time. No, thank you.
Don't have a whole lot of interest in standing for an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours while at 40,000 feet. Just throwing it out there. Did you see this yesterday where a plane crashed in San Diego? Did you see the story, Cecil?
I saw it because it was in thing in the middle of a neighborhood. Yeesh.
Right. Check this out right here. You can kind of see what's going on here, like right in the middle. This is a small airplane. You can see the car's just absolutely wrecked here. This is in a small plane crashes in San Diego over here. Just right in the middle of suburbia here. Holy shit. Like that is crazy to see. I don't know. Like it just seems, and maybe I'm wrong, it just seems like the airways are not as safe as they used to be. And maybe it's because we do have social media and these things are amplified. Am I wrong on this, or does it just seem like there's more shit going wrong in the skies than there usually?
Oh, you're right. I think there's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, didn't they say like that there was more pilots are retiring because they're at the age of retiring and they have less people coming in, and also like a lot of planes are really old and outdated when they should be updated or like checked better and have more exams, and they're not. So everything's just shit.
Well, I know for a fact, and I think I mentioned this on the show a few years ago before side scrollers came back. I have a relative who is a pilot, and he was talking about how there's a huge exodus of pilots that are happening in the next couple of years, and that couple of years is happening like right now. They're all being forced to retire. So if anybody's looking for like that second chapter in their life, they're looking for that. Like there is actually a huge demand for pilots right now. So like if you're interested, I'm just telling you, you can go out.
I'll become a pilot. Can you remember? Hi everybody, this is your Captain Blabs. How you doing? It'd be so funny.
I'm not flying on that blab.
No, I wouldn't either.
Listen, it's always good when your pilot's like, sorry you're on the flight. I wouldn't be on here either.
Sucks to be you, sucker.
My gosh. That's doesn't sound very good. Doesn't sound very good. Ian came in, says a standing flight where the guy next to you breaks out his egg sandwich and liter bottle of Coke and juggles between them the crook of his arm. Yeah, that sounds horrible. Just
No, I once flew with Air Canada, and I shit you not, they were offering tuna sandwiches on the plane. What the fuck? What the fuck, Air Canada?
Okay. That's actually a bigger question. What is the worst food to eat in an enclosed? Like, what's
Apparently
the
orange juice.
the most inconsiderate food to eat in an enclosed setting? Right? Like
Tuna,
beans,
rotten, freaking boiled eggs,
Brussels sprouts,
maybe asparagus.
Yeah, fish. I think any kind of fish just stinks. Even good fish like still has that fishy stink.
See, the chat's going crazy with this Indian food. Lasagna soup, snot lips, you shut your mouth.
You know what? No, don't even eat Indian food before getting on the plane. Story time. One day I was going on a plane. It was a 12-hour plane. Some person was farting freaking curry. It was awful. It was awful, I tell you. There was somebody snoring, somebody farting a curry, and then there was a baby crying.
I was going to say, where was the baby?
All around me. I was like, ah. Yeah. Always me, man.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Cool story, bro. This one time, this person ate Indian food and farted, and then there was a baby. It was crying.
I was trying to sleep.
Well, the fart woke up the baby, and
it was the stench.
stench, and it smelled, and then the baby shit its diaper. And...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Tenarian came in and says, just got back from work, and I'm delighted to see the lovely Craig and fabulous Cecil. And Blabs is here too. Hey, Tenarian, thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's awesome, and appreciate your appreciation. Mercenary says, I was in the area when that happened doing deliveries. I only saw the smoke and heard the crash. Wow. Police were there within seconds. Wow, Mercenary, crazy as hell, man. Commodore fan came in and says they're making planes into sardine cans. That's something you shouldn't eat on a plane either.
No, definitely not.
Hell no.
Not.
Gary's Gaming says they need pirates. Sign me up. Let's go.
Let's all be pirates.
Oh, the worst thing, I can't remember what it's called. There was a canned fish. I think it's from Finland. It's apparently the stinkiest thing ever. Like, you open it up and it immediately makes everything rancid and awful. You have to open it and drown it, or actually you have to open it underwater if you don't want your entire house to stink.
What?
Yeah.
Finland, you say? I'm a Google.
Somebody in chat might know, or yeah, if you Google it. But yeah, there's I think it's from Finland. It's a
Sorstromen?
Yes.
All right, I found it. A newly opened can of Stroman has one of the most putrid food smells in the world, even stronger than similarly fermented fish dishes such as Korean hongyo-ho, the Japanese kusaya, and the Icelandic hakuro, making Stroman an acquired taste.
Hold on. What is this called again? And please spell it out.
Okay, SURSTR. Oh, with little accents. MMING.
All right. There's a Stroming challenge here.
Oh no, never. We're never doing that. Fuck
Look
that.
at this poor guy with his sweet little girls over here, his little children.
No.
No.
And the idea, he's got his wonderful wife over here. And let's just see what happens here when they open it up. It doesn't look very good. Let's just check this out.
We're gonna open up this can here. This is the stinkiest food.
Oh, you hear the gas.
Oh, it just releasing. Oh. Oh no. This maybe Blast. I'm just saying.
Hell no. No way. Laughing while dying.
The kids are great, man. That's outstanding. Here we go. Get it open.
Oh God.
The wife's throwing up.
Hold on, baby. I gotta open up this
It's
can
not even open yet, and they're already sick.
She puts the kid in front of her like, you take it. That's gross.
It's so freaking funny. I love it. It's such a family thing, and those kids are gonna be like, remember when you opened that stinky fish, Dad? Oh my God. We'll have this forever. Oh, the wife is the best over here.
Oof. I'll just try to open it. Oof.
Is it open?
Yeah, that'd be me. For sure.
Oh my God. It's so freaking
Oh, that's
funny.
great.
What happens to little, I'm just skipping ahead.
Okay, one bite. Baby, you gotta look at the camera, man. Are you even in frame right now? No, just get a little closer.
Even the kid.
Oh my God, so freaking funny.
That's amazing. Craig, he's crying.
I am crying. It's so funny.
You should film your kids, Craig. Just film it for your own self. Never.
Oh my God.
Hidden.
No. Oh, it's so funny. My wife would murder me if I did this. It's so funny.
It doesn't smell like anything.
Hold on.
Oh no, the kid threw up.
The kid threw up. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, and then it.
Look at that face. Oh my God, outstanding.
Can we stop this camera?
She's
Sorry, it's so freaking good. Oh my God. What, Blabs?
Are we okay?
It's so good.
I can't see throw up. I'll throw up.
What? You can't see people throw up?
Mm-mm.
Really?
No, don't, no. I'm serious, little.
Did I get my bike?
Do I get my bike?
Oh my God, that's the best part of the whole damn thing.
Oh,
did I get my bike? Oh, that's so freaking funny.
That was good.
Shield Wall says, "Is that a reenactment of Blabs with the bad airline OJ?" Yes.
I feel like we need like just an entire video. I could do an entire section, a live stream of reacting to people trying the smelly fish. I think that'd be awesome. That'd be great.
Craig reacts to fish.
Oh my God, that's so freaking funny. I love it. That's outstanding. Honey Badger says, Booby Friday can be a part of Finish Strong Friday. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Chad Warden would make a great pilot. Did you know who Chad Warden is, Cecil? Do you remember that name from the mid to late 2000s with the PS Triple?
Oh yeah. The guy with the auto-tune thing. Yeah.
The real Haltzinator says you could look up crash statistics. We could, but we're not. Commodore fan says surströmming is an old Finnish way to preserve Baltic herring for times of strife. Many would only open it in a large open field away from others. Wow. Thank you, Commodore fan. Snooty says, fabulous Friday, everyone. Finish Strong Friday. Side scrollers for the win. What's up, Rumble Chat? Let's go with that Rumble Chat. By the way, we are 6 yellow supers away from our goal today. We are at 14. Let's get to that 20 today. We'd love that. Mercenary says, hey, Cecil, will you ever do the movie Hackers?
Absolutely. Hack the planet. I actually did. I think it's still on YouTube. I did a video on it a while ago, but I reached out to the director because I really want to do like one of my exploring documentaries about it, because that movie was very, very, very steeped in like 90s internet computer culture, and I want to know everything about it. So I reached out to him, but I haven't had any luck. So maybe one day.
Mercenary actually brings up a really good idea. It says get Arch on to open up a can of that fish.
He's
live.
Norwegian.
Yeah.
Finnish.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
In that area. CG Hero says, speaking of mobs, I heard Nintendo was involved with the Yakuza and may still have ties to them today. Maybe something to look into. Yeah, I've definitely heard that. That's a not so subtle secret. Yeah. Mighty says, what do you? Oh God, thank you, Mighty. Reese says, I'll never take Chicken Police over Duck Detective. At least with the former, there's that vibe in 1940s cop noir film. Thank you, Reese. All right, awesome, man. That's spectacular, absolutely spectacular. So surströmming apparently is a Swedish fish, according to Low Tech. So just throwing it out there, So. All right, let's see. Let's talk Mario Kart World really fast. Blabs, you had this entire story pulled up, so walk us through what's going on with this.
Right. So there was an interview, and it's actually all on Nintendo website. I believe that's it right there, where they were talking about the development of Mario Kart World. And so there was 2 things that I wanted to point out to. One was they were asking, why didn't you just call it Mario Kart 9? And they said because they just want to expand, and because it's like a world now, they just want to go more into development, so they went with World. That is the only reason why they didn't go with the change of 9. And then the second one was, how in the new Mario Kart World, you can ride with the cow, right?
Yep.
And so the way that came about was that it was literally just made during development, like some funny sketches. And they're like, wouldn't it be funny if we could do this? And they're like, well, why not? So that's how it came to be. That's literally it.
That's the origin right there. Was the cow?
The sketch, yeah.
Nice. That's a pretty damn good sketch, by the way. I don't
know if that's the original sketch and everything, but I'm assuming it probably is.
Cute cow. Yeah, that's definitely been the big thing. The big meme from this was the cow.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. That's fun.
So there is a Nintendo blog. I'll post it on Plus for you guys. You guys can go check out all of it on Plus because there's like a little behind the scenes featurettes of it.
Yeah. It's interesting for those of you who are curious. By the way, like the Switch is coming out, what, like 2 weeks? Yeah, I think like 2 weeks from now. Like the countdown is on. Yeah. I think, was it June 5th or June 6th, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Cecil, do you have any interest in the Switch 2?
No. Like I'm still playing games on my Switch 1, and I'm perfectly cool with that. There hasn't really been anything that made me like need to have this like right now. I mean, the last generation, well, I still don't have an Xbox One, whatever the last Xbox was,
right.
because I'm mad at Xbox because my Xbox One died, and I was just like, you know what? Come on, like it was like I didn't use it that much that it should have died, and I was really upset. So I was just screw Microsoft. And I ended up getting a PS5, which I've enjoyed for the stuff that's been on there. And it had all the, I was able to play, Elden Ring and Bloodborne and all that stuff. But as far as Switch, I'm happy with it. And I don't really feel the need to upgrade just yet. Maybe in a couple of years when they have a library of worthwhile titles. I have a buddy of mine who was talking about how the reason that he's getting it is because there's a bunch of Switch games that play like crap. And he's saying how with the new horsepower behind the new Switch, it's going to make those old games play the way that they should. And I'm like, well, it's good. But on the same token, that's kind of rewarding a company for releasing a subpar product.
Right.
Oh, well, you have to buy the new $500 thing to be able to play the 5, 6, however old game the way that it was supposed to.
I think that your story mirrors a lot of folks who are going to take it's going to sell out. We know that it's going to sell gangbusters, but I do feel like there are a lot of people who will have a wait and see approach when it comes to this for sure. So, okay, let's go ahead and let everybody know real quick. A few things. We're going to be moving over to our call-in show momentarily. Blabs, hold off on that link just for a second. But first, that is going to be exclusively over on Side Scrollers Plus. As a reminder, we're continuing to add value for you guys over at Side Scrollers Plus. We have King of the Couch. We just announced it in just about 3 weeks, June 14th. It's going to be like our first premium event. We're flying folks down. We're playing couch co-op games. We'll tell you guys who it is and what games here in the next few weeks. That's going to be the pre-show, and the undercard will be available to everybody over on YouTube, with the main card being over on Side Scrollers Plus. Now, you may be asking yourself, how do I sign up for Side Scrollers Plus? Well, I'm glad you asked, friend. Rumble, simple. If you got a Rumble account, you can just go right there, or you can just make yourself a new one right there. Make your account, fill out your info.
You're underwater.
Damn it! Well, you guys can follow it. There you go. Create your own account and subscribe. Now, most importantly, you can put your info in there. You can click annual. Use promo code. You can use plus, or get $30 off. King. Use promo code King. So we'd love to see you guys over there. Click support. Join us over there. We would love for you guys to join us over at sidescrollersplus.com, as that's where we're getting ready to head over to right now. With that said, Cecil, tell everybody where they can find you and the Attack of the Pleasure Bot video.
You can find me over at Good Bad Flicks on YouTube and all your favorite social medias. I'm actually late, in whenever we get done here, I'm going to be posting another I Roll It video because I do 3 videos a week now. I release one of my regular videos on Monday, and then I do a roll it video on Wednesdays and Fridays. And if they're popular enough, I might do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But right now, I'm just doing 2 a week. So yes, go over there and you will get tons of good content. I promise.
Excellent. Love that. Bush and Rio Cat says, would Nintendo hiring Reggie Fils-Aimé help sales? He would make some good decisions. Reggie has a track record of success. Okay, we're gonna head over to Side Strollers Plus right now. Once again, we'd love to see you guys over there. Take advantage of the promo code King, and we will see you guys there. With that said, you guys watching over on Kick, have a great week, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye. You guys watching in over on Rumble. You guys Rumble. Love you guys over on Rumble. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a great weekend. See you guys over on Plus. Bye bye. And if you haven't yet, join us over on Plus. It's free. Just link your Rumble account. Do it. It's great. See you guys later. Bye bye. And you guys watching over on YouTube, remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. We'll see you guys when we're back at it again on Monday. Watch those videos throughout the weekend. If you guys ever miss anything from the show, you can always got the clips popping up throughout the day and weeks. Have a great week and see you later. Bye bye.
Fatality. They're gone.
All right.